Good afternoon. Welcome to our second game of our basketball doubleheader today. Today's men's game will be Hostos Community College against Queensborough Community College. The National Junior College Athletic Association Region 15 and Queensborough promote good sportsmanship by student athletes, coaches, and spectators. We request your cooperation by supporting the participants and officials in a positive manner. Negative comments, profanity, racist, sexist, or other abusive comments or actions directed at officials, student athletes, coaches, or a team representative will not be tolerated. Queensborough thanks you for your support and your cooperation. And now the starting lineup for the Hostos Community College Caymans. Number 3, Ariel Medina. Number 5, Jamel Smith. Number 10, Joaquin Folks. Number 13, Cameron Outlaw. And number 23, Jefferson Francois. The assistant coaches for the Caymans, Anthony Pimble, Starling Jones, Kevin Stevens, Anthony Zulo. The head coach is Marquis Poole. And now the starting lineup for your very own Queensborough Community College Tigers. From John Adams High School, number 20, Stephen Bruton. From Middle College High School, number 12, David Bryan. From Franklin K. Lane, number 32, Kay McDonald. From Martin Van Buren High School, number 15, Vladimir Mitty. And from St. John's Prep, number 2, Elijah Trotman. The assistant coaches for the Tigers is Kevin Nichols, Teron Simpson. Head coach is Clarence Amengo.
This is QCC alum David Russell along with Joe Massey. The Queensborough Tigers about to take on the Hostos Caymans. Starting 5 for Hostos, Ariel Medina, Jamal Smith, Jakeem Folks, Cameron Outlaw, and Jefferson Francois. Starting 5 for QCC, Elijah Trotman, Damon Bryan, Vladimir Mitty, Kay McDonald, and Stephen Bruton. Hostos, in one of the 4 teams in the CUNY Conference with 6 wins, and they're fighting for their Region 15 playoff lives, only a game ahead of Suffolk, fighting for that 8 spot, and Queensborough just trying to play spoiler today, but still a lot of pride for QCC.
Well, Hostos with their usual array of athletes, but their top scorer from last year, Cespedes, is not with the team anymore, right? Kid played with them last year.
Gotta watch out for number 5 who has the ball right now, Jamal Smith, the leading scorer and the leading assist man on the team. Damon Bryan with the rebound, but then it's almost taken back by Outlaw. When these teams met the first time in December, Smith had 19 points, 4 rebounds, 8 assists. Hostos only won by 5 in that December game, and Queensborough missed 15 free throws and 17 threes, so that was right there for them.
Hostos history against Queensborough. Queensborough's picked up some of their biggest wins against Hostos.
Jamal Smith, there he is, 2-0 Caymans.
Even though Hostos has dominated the series as of late, I'll go into some big wins for Queensborough against Hostos in history.
Some of it recent history.
Some of it.
And some not as recent.
Some a little more distant, though.
Trotman misses the 3, and it's hauled in by Medina.
By the way, no more James Wills for Queensborough.
No, he graduated in the fall semester. Here's a 3-pointer, and it's good. 5-0. It was Cameron Outlaw from downtown. Queensborough with 2 wins this season, and they're both against Dutchess. Bruton for 3, and he answers back. He takes about 8 threes a game, and he's the leading scorer with 15 points per game.
He's a good shooter. He's a good shooter when he gets his eye on the basket and he gets set. Stephen out of John Adams High School.
Outlaw another 3. And it's 8-3. And Outlaw's not even one of the big scorers for them. K. McDonald with the nice fake. The pass to Trotman. Trotman misses. Now a chance for Hostos. Jamal Smith. Pull-up jumper is good. And a quick 10-3 start for Hostos. Smith out of Cardinal Hayes High School. Very talented freshman for the Caymans. McDonald thought about the three. Trotman to Bruton. Bruton kick out. Trotman from downtown, and it's good. 10-6.
He's one of the Tigers who can shoot the long ball, and on the mark right there.
Nice pass from Smith. And Jefferson Francois finishes. Hostos with 12 points in the first 2:50.
Marquis Poole, the head coach of Hostos in his second year. Had a good chat with them last year before their appearance here.
Trotman another three, and it's good. Trotman feeling it early. It's 12-9. And Trotman likes to take about 6 threes a game. Not shy about putting it up. Here's Outlaw, who's already hit 2 threes. Smith. Pass. Nice shot contest, but Medina is right there. This team's going back and forth, 14-9.
A very clean ball game to this point.
No fouls. McDonald lays it in.
There's the guy we thought would make a big difference in this Queensborough Tiger team, McDonald.
He's been averaging 10.5 this year. Outlaw another three, and that one rattles out. Then an offensive rebound, and the foul will go against Bruton.
Yeah, he got good position in front of Bruton. Bruton had to try to reach over him and get the defensive rebound. Couldn't pull it in without leaning on him, so it'll be Hostos ball from underneath.
14-11, 4 minutes into the game. Outlaw launches another three, and it's good. Wow, 3 threes already. 17-11.
Well, that Outlaw is hot shooting right now.
Bruton trying to answer back with the three. It's no good, rebounded by Smith. Nice pass from Smith, and then the block by Mitty. Jonathan Paul the other way, and Paul had his shot blocked. And they say last touched.
One thing we know about Mitty, he can get up in the air, and he timed that one beautifully, and he made the block down on the defensive end. Seen him stuff it on a number of occasions this year.
They got a blocking foul, pushing. And that's on Ariel Medina. Mitty. Outside, Jonathan Paul. Being guarded by Smith. Nice move by Paul, but couldn't finish. Up ahead, Smith. Outlaw already has 9 points. And Outlaw is called for the charge.
Yeah, Outlaw tried to carry that through, then make the look-away pass, but he barreled over a Tiger player.
This Queensborough defense has struggled of late. They gave up 117 points to Sullivan 2 nights ago.
They're going to have to find a way to slow Hostos down a little bit. They're letting Hostos run too briskly here.
Trotman had his shot blocked. Outlaw to Smith. Pass was tipped by McDonald. Spare defense the last minute. By Queensborough. Mitty, tough jumper is good. 17-13.
Slowed him down a little bit and make the passes a little more difficult, and then you'll have a ball game. Right now the Tigers go into the zone.
Smith, floater from the free throw line. And here's Jonathan Paul the other way. Paul to Trotman. Trotman attacking the basket, and it's good, and it's 17-15.
Get back and set up again. You know, you really have to play good defense if you're going to beat Hostos. You can't slack off at all.
And Smith is called for traveling before the shot. He can't believe it.
We saw Bronx in here, Dave, earlier in the year. Same type of ball club that if you slack off a little bit, they put 10 points in the basket real quick. And then you were within 3, then you're 13 down right away. However, we played LaGuardia really well. We played against LaGuardia. And they were a top team in the league for a while.
McDonald. Step back jumper is no good. Bruton with the tip in. We're tied at 17.
Well, that kid has all the talent in the world. I mean, if he could just put it together, and he has another year to go here.
3 from way downtown, no good. Tigers with the last 6 points. McDonald to Bruton. Bruton thought about it. Jonathan Paul to Bruton. Bruton a long 3 is no good. And rebounded by Francois. Smith lost it, and they're going to call a foul.
I wonder who the best team in the CUNY on the men's side is this year in the community college. That's not so easy to decide, I guess.
Well, Hostos is 6-2, Bronx is 6-3, Kingsborough and LaGuardia are both 6-4.
I think the best team I've seen in here, in terms of dynamic ability, was probably Kingsborough.
Even more than the Bronx?
Yeah, maybe a little more, but. You got to throw in the fact that Bronx plays so well together, and they have a great coach in Sean Kelly, so they're not going to be easy to beat. And,
one interesting year, BMCC is 4th or 5th in the region, and they're not even going to make the CUNY playoffs.
That's quite hard to believe because they won the whole thing last year. But
although I guess you could say Hostos won the whole thing by winning Region 15.
That's right. I like Poole. Poole's a good coach also, so it's really going to be an interesting tournament. Maybe I'm not so clear-cut on Kingsborough. If they were playing at Kingsborough, I would be with them.
Havenov with the fake and the shot, and it's good. 2017.
And LaGuardia still has the best player in the league, right? And the young man we saw at the very beginning of the year.
He's still there. Pass to Bruton doesn't get there. Jamal Smith. And that'll be a charge on Jefferson Francois.
Good D being played by Queensborough right now, which has gotten them back in the game. Yearwood is the fella I'm talking about.
Right. Bruton.
Well, I guess it's understandable that BMCC's not as good. They had such a great front line last year, David. They had 2 or 3 players that were outstanding on that front line.
And there's a tie-up. Ball will stay with Queensborough with 7 on the shot clock. Bruton's inbound pass is taken away by Jamal Smith. Nice pass, and then the shot is sent away by Mitty. McDonald gives it to Trotman. McDonald probably should have taken it himself. Mitty for 3 is a nair ball.
Of course, at different times in the junior college ranks in CUNY, you had a kingpin, a team that would be winning it several years in a row or several times. In the 90s, it was Queensborough.
5 in a row.
Then after that, Queensborough took over. And then Kingsborough's program started to wind down a little bit, and Hostos filled the void there, and they held it in the 2000s for quite some time. And then Kingsborough popped up again for a time.
Then you had Bronx at 3 in a row from 11
and
to
then
13.
Bronx took over, and now Bronx is still always a factor. But the Tigers, they had 1 year between 2000 and 2010 where they took everything, and that was with Carl Amengo and Simpson, who are on the bench right now coaching.
That 03 team.
And they beat Hostos.
Mm-hmm.
They beat a Hostos team that was just starting their dynasty.
And there's a 5-second violation. They couldn't get it in. And then 10 years after that, they had the big upset in the semis.
Against?
Hostos.
With our favorite coach, who was the architect of the Hostos dynasty.
Right.
Then he came over here to Queensborough, and he spent the year here, and he did amazing things, and then he was gone.
Jonathan Paul in the lane and had it stripped.
There are reasons for that. I don't want to go into them. But you can't blame anybody in particular. It's just the way things are.
Outlaw, he's feeling it early, and he was fouled in the act of shooting as Trotman pleads his case. Don't want to foul a guy in the act of shooting.
No, you don't. We saw that in the first game.
Defense has been a problem of late. Sullivan scored 62 in the first half the other night. Look at some of the recent.
That's just that can't be happening, because you could go home after that.
Outlaw already has 10 points. Look at some of the recent games. Sullivan 117. Suffolk scored 94. Orange won 88-87. That was a close game. And then Rockland scored 98. Nassau scored 104. Been some gaudy numbers. And that was the second foul on Trotman.
Those added up to some tough sleeping nights for Carl Amengo, I'm sure. He wasn't happy with those performances.
They've had a tough time hanging around. They did beat Dutchess by 1 point. That was their second win of the year. They've had a tough time. The losses they've had, they're by about 25 points per game. Just get it to the second half and see what happens. A lot of dribbling from Paul.
Final 2 games of the year in the CUNY for this team, and if they can win both of them, boy, would that be big.
Paul gets the rebound off his own miss. Throws it out in a crowd of blue jerseys. Bruton with the fake and the jumper and the basket. 7 points for Bruton.
And we know that we were here last year in the final game of the year, and they almost upset BMCC.
Yeah. Turnaround shot is no good. And McDonald comes out with it. Nice bounce pass to Peralta. And Peralta dribbles out. Bruton to Paul. Getting right up on Bruton. They know he's not afraid to shoot. McDonald to the basket. Off glass and no good. And then a jump ball. It'll stay with Hostos on the alternating possession. The scoring has calmed down somewhat since it was 14-11.
It was an example, though, of how quickly McDonald can, blast to the basket, get around you. He has a good first step. Right now, Clarence Amengo is trying to remind him of something about finishing that play, though.
They've gotten away with the push-off. Ivanov with the offensive rebound. The three-pointer is no good. Tipped, and Hostos will have a third chance. Outlaw to Ivanov. The three-pointer is no good. Now a fourth chance for Hostos, and a foul. You force the misses, and you need the rebounds.
It's absolutely correct. They just weren't able to latch on to a rebound there, and that's what the Tigers' problem has been all year. I mean, if one thing doesn't let them down, something else does. And from what you read over the last minute there, a lot of scoring by the other team. That just can't be. You can't allow that many points.
And Hostos has been making their threes early on, as it's 25-19. When Hostos played Queensborough in December, they were only 4 for 18 from downtown. But they're making them in the first half. Queensborough hung with them. They only lost by 5 in the Bronx. Paul to Bruton. Couldn't haul the pass in.
Well, they're hanging with them right now, Dave. There's a foul as they bring it up court.
Paul was pulling on his arm.
Yeah, they're hanging with them right now. The only problem they have is they really have no stability of a guy that they can go to. Bruton has given them several points, but nobody else really standing out at this point.
As we said, Queensborough can play well in spurts. We've seen them play well for 8 minutes or 10 minutes. You have to do it for more than 8 or 10 minutes, though. Outlaw, another 3. It's no good. And Bryan with the rebound. Trotman slows it up. Mitty back outside. Trotman steps into a 3. It's no good and rebounded by Outlaw.
Trotman has done some scoring along with Bruton, but nobody else really has stepped up here.
Smith, a corner 3 from Neal rattles out. Offensive board and a foul on Bruton. He turns around to see who called that on him. It's his second foul.
Too many offensive rebounds right now for Hostos, as Queensborough's been able to stop them on the initial shot.
First free throw is good. Seems like everybody shoots 85% from the line against Queensborough. 26-19.
Yeah, it seems like that. When you're not going well, it seems everybody has their A game against you.
Not Duchess this year, though. Trotman. 27-19 Hostos, under 8 minutes to play in the first. Good defense by Shane Neal. Playing the ball. Get to McDonald. McDonald to the basket, and he's fouled.
I'd like to see McDonald get more chances to do that.
McDonald makes the first. McDonald makes both. It's 27-21. 7:45 to go. Jamal Smith. Bounce pass Neal. Back to Smith. Fake the 3. Now they go inside, and traveling is called on Medina.
Good call. As he took that pass, he was pirouetting into the lane, and he took an extra step because he fell off balance a little bit. So a chance to make hay if you're Queensborough, and you really have to take advantage of these opportunities. But they don't seem to be able to do it. That was a very poor pass right there.
Luckily for Queensborough, Francois dribbled it off his foot and out of bounds. Trotman to Mitty. They're going to say he stepped on the line?
Yes, they are.
Queensborough in the 2-3 zone. Loose ball picked up by Hostos and put in by Medina. 29-21.
Got a piece of the ball, couldn't come up with it. That allowed Medina to scoop it up and go underneath and put it in.
McDonald called for traveling, couldn't keep that foot planted.
Now we've seen Dave, about 3 mistakes in a row for Queensborough that they just can't afford. And they're playing out of a hole.
Hostos with the chance to push the lead to double digits. Ivanov, double team, gets it to Smith. And he finds Jefferson Francois all alone, 31-21. Tough to get all alone right under the basket like that. And then Mitty gets behind the defense and gets fouled.
Mitty went to the corner as they spread it out. Then he made the cut to the basket, got the ball in a good spot, and we told you about his ability to get in the air. Got into the air, got slapped on the hand. He'll go to free throw line.
Mitty misses the first.
Oh, boy.
Bruton back in for Queensborough.
Dave, the Tigers are stuck in neutral right now. They just can't find anything to work.
Mitty misses both. Smith from way downtown. He took that one from Hostos. It's 34-21.
Yeah, because Hostos comes up, they're ready to go, and they're all set up. Spring in them. Right now they have a 13-point lead.
Bruton. Wonder if his hand is bothering him. He has it wrapped up. Usually he would have taken one of those shots. But he faked and then tried to go inside. Let's see if Smith shoots again. May need a heat check. Medina off glass, too strong. Trotman trying to save it in and does. And timeout called by Queensborough. 5:24 to play in the first. Hostos leads 34-21.
Well, we know that the Tigers are at the bottom of the CUNY junior ranks, but junior college ranks, but we've seen them play better than this. They're showing no spark right now against the team that is on top of the conference, Hostos, right now. They got to find something pretty quickly. 5:24 to go. We play halves here in the men's game, and it has been a half that has gone downhill a little bit at a time here for Queensborough.
As it has in a number of games this year.
Now, the women won a big one in the first game here. And the men, they need a little bit of a rally, and the crowd's not into it right now. They got to find something to get it going. Carla Mengo's former coach and one of the deans of CUNY coaching in the building, Ray Rank, is to our right. Probably here to add a little support to Carl. But I guess he can't be happy with what he's seen so far either, if he showed up to give Carl a little support. Now, we understand you're playing a good team at Hostos, but like we said, we've seen Queensborough play better games this year with more excitement, more...
It's a little tough when you're out of playoff contention.
You still have to pick up a few wins. You really need it.
Down to 7 on the shot clock. McDonald try to get it to Bryan, and Bryan was on the line. Ball to Hostos.
Yeah, see, right now there's no extra effort, and things are just way out of whack.
Outlaw misses that one, but it's chased down. Smith, the long two is no good. Mitty there with the rebound. 4:40 to play in the first half. Mitty, low pressure from the Caymans, got it to Trotman. 15 on the shot clock. To go inside now. Slaw passing on the perimeter. Midi, high shot off glass, no good. They say last touch by Folks.
Still, everybody trying to do it themselves, too. There's been a lack of any kind of cohesiveness or passing or any kind of game plan for the Tigers.
And McDonald tried to grab it when it was going past him, so he touched it last out of bounds.
It looks like they're just sitting quiet on the Queensborough bench, like they don't really have an answer for this right now.
Ivanov misses a three. It's tipped, and Midi chases it down. Bruton comes out with it. Bruton is stripped by Ivanov. Ivanov going all the way and lays it in. 36-21. Defense leading to offense.
This is going to be in the 20s in a short time if they don't try to rectify this.
And an illegal screen. Everything going wrong for QCC. I don't think this is going to match the drama of the first game.
Well, the Tigers have to stop the bleeding here. I don't know how many points in a row that is for... well, I do, actually. It was 27-21. Now it's 36-21.
Smith. Side Outlaw going to the basket. The shot is short and no good. Loose ball, Midi saves it in. Bruton with the bounce pass to Trotman. A three-pointer is no good, and nothing but blue jerseys there for the rebound.
And only one chance for the Tigers.
One and done.
How many
Hostos,
trips down? Yeah.
Hostos has had 3 and 4 chances on some possessions. Now running a little clock, maybe giving a little breather. Ivanov to Medina. Kick out. Smith, nice pass. Outlaw, corner three, short. And rebounded by McDonald. 2:40 to go. McDonald, a reach and foul called against Hostos before the shot. They had one to give.
Newcomer into the game for Queensborough.
It's Trinidad, 44. See if they go to him. It's Bruton in the corner along two, no good. And rebounded by Hostos.
I hate to say it, and I don't want to be too hard, but it looks like the Tigers, like you said, they really have nothing to play for at this point of the year. But it looks like they have digressed a little bit from where they were. And maybe, not having Wills, that has something to do with it too. This guy was the real soul of the team at times.
Look at that hustle from Hostos, saving it in. Ivanov can't score. Tipping it around. They might get him for an over the back.
I think they will. I'm not going to, say that's a major reason, but, Wills did provide some spirit and hard play. And
so you like saying where there's a Wills, there's a way.
That means something. He kept them in ball games.
McDonald at the line for a 1-and-1.
They need a few more guys like that, to be honest with you. They need a few more guys with his intensity.
First one is good.
I think this guy can be one of those guys, but he's going to need some help. 36-22, McDonald.
And that ends the 9-0 run. McDonald splits the free throws.
Their first point in a long time, David. Since about the 7-minute mark, maybe more.
100 seconds to go, and Hostos running a little clock. Smith, floater is no good. It rattled out. And Bruton got behind the defense. Can he chase it down? Yes, but he misses the shot. 1:20 to go. Smith fired the pass, and they say deflected. And last touch by Medina.
Yes, it was.
Maybe not the greatest pass there.
Went through a number of hands.
1:15 to go in the first. And maybe Queensborough gets it to 10 at halftime. Here's a three-pointer, and it's good. Mitty from downtown.
Well, Mitty is one of the Tigers with experience, I mean.
In the first time they met, Hostos led by 14 at the half, and Queensborough only lost by 5. Smith to Shane Neal, back to Smith.
Oh.
And Bruton got him by accident. Accident or not, it's a foul. And it's the third one on Bruton.
Well, they knocked a little off that lead before the foul. Had been a 15-point advantage. Now it's 11. You have to do it a little bit at a time. You have to keep your patience and not turn the ball over.
Smith makes the first.
Or commit fouls, which you are going to be sorry for.
(38-25). Smith with 9 points. Mitty to McDonald, thought about the three, takes a long two, it's no good. Tipped right to Mitty. Mitty underneath, puts it in. 38-27, and Hostos can hold for the final shot of the half.
You get the feeling, Mitty could do more of that,
12 seconds to go. Shot clock is off. Down to 8. Now down to 5. Smith gonna have to put it up. Smith to beat the buzzer. No good. So Hostos leads 38-27 at halftime. Not as bad as it could have been.
No, not as bad. Dave, don't you look at someone like Mitty and say, he could be better. I mean, he has some talent to do things out there, and for some reason just zones out at times like everybody else. But you said it. Queensborough did a good job of at least making this representable going to the second half. 38-27.
And we'll see if they can make a run in the final 20 minutes. Second half about to begin. Hostos leading 38-27, and if Queensborough was going to come back and pull up this upset, they're going to need to up the intensity.
Yeah, they're really going to have to do that, Dave. They did a good job in getting it down to 11 because it looked like it was going to go into the 20-point area, and let's see, maybe they'll come out with some spark in the second half and give us more than we bargained for here.
It's pretty even scoring around. Trotman had 8, Mitty had 7, Bruton had 7, McDonald had 5.
I like the way Mitty played in the last 5 minutes of that half. Hope he can continue to do that and get McDonald involved.
And McDonald is fouled.
I told you several times, I think McDonald is along the lines of some kids Tom Sinnickson had here in the middle 2000s. Same type of leg structure, goes to the basket hard. So he is a type of player that Queensborough has had in the program in the past. And we'd like to see him do some good things. Is he a freshman or a sophomore?
I believe a freshman.
Okay.
He splits the free throws. It's a 10-point game.
10-point game, and they got to do it a little at a time. They have to have patience.
Outlaw makes a shot.
That's what makes it tough right there,
He's leading all scorers with 14. He had 3 threes and 3 free throws in the first half.
And Hostos is going to up their pressure a little bit at some point too if they get close. So they're going to have to handle that also.
Good defense. Got a hand in to alter McDonald's shot. And another one and done possession, which he brought up in the first half. Side Smith. It's a long floater, and it's short.
Yeah, that was a long one. He got cut off, that's why. Good D on that.
And Smith with a bit of good defense. Up ahead, Francois lays it in.
Yeah, right there was a case of lackadaisical play by Mitty. I mean, you just can't do that, all right? That gave them 2 points, and once again, Queensborough is rocked a little bit.
Bruton, corner three. He was left alone, and he hits.
Yeah, now you got to get up and play the ball here. You don't relax back and wait for things to happen. Just play D right away.
And Bruton with the steal. Mitty going to the basket. The shot counted and the foul. It's a single-digit game. 42-33.
You know, it's not a hard game when you figure it out to a certain extent. Yeah, certain players are good at certain things. Get them in that area, get them the ball, and let them go to work.
Mitty can't finish the three-point play. Smith, tough shot, baseline jumper, no good, but then the put in by Francois. 44-33, 2 minutes into the second half.
Something I stated in the first half, Queensborough with more movement in their offense. It's not like a one-on-one experience every time up court now.
Down to 5 on the shot clock. Paul puts it up and in. Jonathan Paul with his first points of the night, 44-35.
Playing the zone.
Outlaw to Smith. Funny, Hostos had a lot of success running, and they seem to have slowed it down late in the first half, although they get 2 there from Jakeem Folks.
They fell asleep again.
And a good play by Hostos because they kind of lulled them to sleep. Paul attacking, and he's fouled.
I was going to say, David, one-on-one is for the schoolyard. You know, you can't play like that in an organized game. You have to play within a game plan, get everybody involved. Right now, Carl Amengo is probably making his best case towards that. And
he may want some of the guys to be aggressive off the ball.
I think Carl needs to do more of that. I think he needs to get involved over there and bring them over and give them a piece of his mind at times.
(46-37). Queensborough hanging around, 17 minutes to go.
Hostos, of course, located in the Bronx over near Yankee Stadium. And they get some mighty fine recruits coming in there.
Ivanov's jumper no good, but a second chance, and Medina puts it in. Had trouble with the second chance points. There's K. McDonald to the basket. And another foul against the Caymans.
More life being shown in the Tiger offense, as we've said.
That's the third foul on Outlaw.
Go down the list of players over the last 10 years that Hostos has brought in there. Started with Donald Henney and Marvin Lynch, and they continued right through the 90s, or 2000s, excuse me, with Mike Salamanca, who played at York, just a host of others. Tyree White, the latest one I spoke about. They've gotten a number of talented players over there, but it's not all about just talent. You have to play cohesively.
Outlaw misses a three, but a second chance for Hostos. That's no good. Now a third chance for Hostos, but it's kicked. Trotman couldn't pick it up. The size disadvantage rearing its ugly head for Queensborough.
9-point game.
Even off for three. No good. And the putback by Francois.
Too many of those easy offensive rebounds for Hostos tonight.
Paul to the basket. Hit the front of the rim. Hostos with the fast break chance up ahead to Ivanov. And he lays it in, and it's 52-39. Still 15:35 to go. A lot of time left. Bruton to Paul. Paul along two, and it's good. Came off the pick and got some room. 52-41. Hostos plays a lot of these high-scoring games.
Yeah, and if you let them, they're going to put points in the basket.
Yep.
So you have to be right on top of it. You know, Paul made that two right there. Now you have to be right in their shirts. He just overpowered them there.
Francois leading the way with 16.
That was easy for Francois.
Jonathan Paul to Bruton. Back to Paul. Jamal Smith playing a little off of him. Now on and forces a turnover. Even off to the basket. And what's the call here?
They make the offensive call. No, they're
gonna count the basket and the foul.
Count the basket and a blocking foul.
Third foul on Jonathan Paul.
The Tigers are able to bring it so far, David, and then they just lose it. And Hostos makes another one of those runs. Now they have it to 15 again.
And now 16. Ivanov with a very quiet 10 points.
He's an attacking player. He doesn't give an inch.
So it's 57-41. Trotman from way downtown.
They need a few more of those from Trotman, by the way. Hostos takes the timeout now. So Marquise Poole at near the halfway point of the second half wants to give his fellas a little briefing on what they need to do the rest of the way. And of course, it's getting down towards tournament time. So you get in these situations in the tournament, you got a 13-point lead. I don't think he feels like this game's in jeopardy, but I think he wants to let his fellas know that when we play in the tournament, we get this 13-point lead on, say, LaGuardia. This is what we have to do right here. So that's wise. Of course, the Tigers are just looking to get back in this game and put a win on the board.
And Queensborough is going to do some pressing here.
And he's setting his offense accordingly.
And it forces a turnover. Bruton outside, Peralta for three. And it's no good. That would have been a nice one to get them back in the game. Jamal Smith. Nice pass. And it's Francois in transition. He has 18.
Yeah, they should call him Fran Smooth. He is very nice.
59-44.
You like that, Fran Smooth?
Mitty to the basket. Foul was before the shot. They'll take it out.
See, we mentioned Mitty a long time ago, and then where did he go? Where did Mitty go for a while there?
Trotman thought about the three, and Smith may have been a little banged up.
Tell you what, I like Trotman, though. I like the way he approaches the game.
And here's Smith, who may have just been kicked by Trotman on the way by because he fell for the fake. Probably wants to test out the ankle. Here's Smith. Double team, gets it to Francois, and he misses at the basket.
He missed a gimme on that. He really gets that ball quickly, though. He has great hands, doesn't he?
Bruton, a nice move, but he couldn't finish. And there's Smith, midi between Smith and the basket. He goes with the floater, then rebounds his own miss. No basket, it's a charge. Julius Sallet.
I'm impressed with Francois. I think even Carl Amengo has to be. He looks like a couple of guys Carl played with when he was playing ball. He's got quick hands, grabs that ball when they get it into him, and doesn't that miss many times. That one he missed what they call a bunny, Dave. He had everything but the basket.
Trotman. Go inside, Smith there with the steal. 4-on-3 for Hostos. Francois, that's too easy. He has 20.
It has. He's made it look easy, hasn't he?
It's tough. Queensborough just doesn't have the size to match up, and every big man who faces him looks like Hakeem Olajuwon as Bruton misses a three. Not to take away from Francois, because he's played a fine game.
He's very smooth. He is impressive, I'll tell you that.
And traveling is called on the spin move. And Francois almost averaging a triple-double, about 16 points per game and 9 rebounds per game.
He's what? He's about 6'5"? Can't be more than that. He
towers over the Tigers.
He plays a little bigger, though. He really looks good.
Peralta directing traffic. You get Midi. Inside, nice pass, nice basket, counted on the foul. McDonald with the 2 points.
See, that's what the Tigers want out of McDonald. He a little powerful with the strong legs, but right now he's not as quick as Francois is on that exchange, getting the ball in his hands, getting it right to the basket.
McDonald can't finish. Smith all the way to the basket, and he finishes off glass. He has 11 points now. Lead is back up to 15.
Hey, he's a pretty good point guard, too. Not bad.
And Trotman all the way. And Trotman has 15.
Let's see if the Tigers can make a run. They're within 13, 11:27 to go, but they have to play pretty tough ball right now.
Shot is too strong. Evanoff there with the rebound. Another chance, and Queensborough finally with the rebound. Midi left alone. Three-pointer is no good.
And Francois was in there again on that last trip, and he almost guided that ball in.
Ivanov launched at three. Francois almost took that one away. 10:50 to go. Hostos leading 63-50. Bruton, nice fake and nice shot. 12 points for Bruton.
Stephen Bruton gets them within 11. Time for a little D now for Queensborough. And they're in the man-to-man.
Smith, step back three. Rims out. Out of bounds, and it will stay with Hostos. Carla Mango saying, wait, didn't they touch it last? Refs say no. When they miss, you have to haul it in.
Have to make sure that middle is shut down. Oh, look at that. See? I mean, can you allow an easier basket than that? You don't like that at all.
65-52. Midi going in the lane. The shot is no good. Jamal Smith with the ball crossing half court. Nice move. And they're going to call a foul against Queensborough.
Francois was trying to catch that ball around his neck with one hand. He was trying to grab it in.
It's only the second foul against Queensborough in the half. One of the positives for the Tigers.
trying to catch that ball like Odell Beckham. Kid has a big pair of hands, I believe.
Here's Francois again.
He grabs everything, you know.
Midi double teamed, and he's called for traveling, and it's danger time for Queensborough.
Well, they have had opportunities to get back in this ball game, but not making it happen.
Jamal Smith for 3, and it's good. 70-52. All of a sudden, it's an 18-point game.
Now, Smith saw he got behind a pick, and he saw it was bingo time, and he displayed one there.
72-52. Queensborough might need a timeout.
And now, as they would say in France, the route is on.
The route is on. 74-52. Can we get a timeout? Wow.
Now, you can only hang around for so long and not make a play, Dave. And then, people like Francois just said, I know what I can get done now, and it's just going to get done. And that's what's happened here.
74-52. They got it to 9. They were trading baskets. It was going back and forth between 11 and 9.
You can only fool people for so long, though, and when the top players on Hostos see nothing is taking place, then they're going to go to school on you. And first Smith hit that 3. That must have been about a 23-foot 3 there. It's about 25-footer.
I think once you lose that confidence or that spirit a bit, it could really get out of hand like it is now.
Yep.
I think it would be nice going forward, even if they don't win Tuesday or whatever happens, with the young team, just kind of establish an identity. And go, guys, what are we going to be? Are we going to be an offensive team or a defensive team?
They have not established that yet, and that is the troubling thing about this. But if there's one good thing that you can take out of it, they have a year under their belts with a lot of young players, and they'll have to come into next season and just go to work.
You figure, what are we going to hang our hat on, offense or defense? Damon Bryan can't score. McDonald will go to the line for 2. Because it's one thing, if they lost all the games 60-50, you could say, all right, we just need some more offense. If you lose 110-100, we need some more defense. When you get blown out, it's tough to look for positives.
I think they can hang their hat on this. What type of team are we going to be? Let's just go to work. We got to work hard. This team does not work as hard as they should. That's obvious.
And Hostos knew what they needed to do today and come in here.
Yes.
And there's still 9 minutes to go, but they're probably going to come out of here with a win unless something goes very wrong for them.
The Tigers have played far from inspired ball today.
McDonald has 10 points now. There's certain nice performances here. Bruton has been nice this year. Midi in spurts, as you pointed out. Trotman I've liked. But it's tough as a full team to take away a lot of positives.
Well, if you're Carl, I know you're going to go to work to see who you can bring in here for next year. I mean, that's for sure.
Right. And you hope Bruton will be back?
That's right.
This is a 3.
You never know. You know, guys have to keep their grades up, and they still have to do well in school. So you might see a whole different team out here next year. You never know.
Never know what the turnover rate will be. And Jonathan Paul misses the layup. And Trotman with the nice move. And he's fouled.
But then you say, what are guys playing for? Guys are playing for the ability to maybe start next year on this team or take a step up on this team that have been in the background a little bit. So that's what you're playing for. Trotman has been at times he's been a very good player for Queensborough. So
I don't think the coaches don't look to see who's giving the most effort in these garbage time moments.
And number 3 has played very well for Queensborough, who I don't have on my
Jonathan
roster
Paul.
currently. Paul has played very well. He's given it a good effort at times. And that goes a long way.
You're going to need to bring in some more size. Look at the first meeting these teams had in December. Look at the blocks. Hostos 13, Queensborough 0.
Yeah, that's a
the
problem,
stories.
Because the other teams that have come in here, particularly I talked about Bronx, Kingsborough, they have some big athletic guys who can go to the basket. And look at what Francois did today. And
Jamal Smith has 19 points after another deep three, doing a Steph Curry imitation tonight.
Yeah.
So it's 77-54, under 8 minutes to go. Nice fake by Trotman. His jumper is no good. And then they'll get Damon Bryant for an over-the-back foul. This was, I know 24 is not an eye-popping number, but this was a very impressive game by Francois. Maybe not the 37-point game Chris Melander had a few years ago for Suffolk in here, but impressive nonetheless.
You know what was impressive about, I'll tell you in a moment, as McDonald adds to his total. It was impressive, Dave. Now it's just up and down basketball, but what was impressive was Francois, the ease with which he did it. And he looked very smooth. And I told you, he has a great ability to grab the ball when it's sent to him and just get those hands in position and make everything look very easy.
Smith makes it look pretty easy.
It's a good point guard.
Wow. And these are way behind the 3-point line.
If you could shoot the ball like that, you're a very good point guard.
I think those would be 4-pointers if they had such a thing.
Yeah.
Remember Antoine Walker, the Celtic? He always took a million threes. And somebody asked, why do you take so many threes? And he said, because there are no fours. So it's 82-56 now.
Yeah, that would be interesting if they instituted a 4.
I think it's fine the way it is.
I think it changed the game too much, though. See, this is all just gift wrapping right here. I mean, there's nothing involved with this.
Now it's fill in the stats.
Yep. But, when you're Queensborough, this has to be very deflating for you. You're on your home court, and you don't like to be handled like this in your home. And at some point, that has to take precedence over everything else. And if nothing else, Tuesday they come out against BMCC and say, we would not like to be treated like this here on our home court.
End the season on a high note, in a way.
And then you end the season on a high note, and then you go work hard, get ready for next year. What can you do? I mean, they don't even have regional play, right? I mean, they don't have anything. So,
just playing out the string at this point. Playing for pride and impressing the coaching staff with effort.
So you come in Tuesday night, you play for one game, and you come out, you say, we're going to put ourselves to the test. Let's see how well we can play in this game. And then maybe we get a little bit of a barometer of when we really want to do it, we can do it.
I thought even though they lost to Bronx by 33 and they lost here to Kingsborough by 20-plus points, I thought the effort in this game was really lacking.
Yeah.
Because I didn't think the effort was a problem in the other games. They just got outplayed.
I thought they played well for a majority of that Kingsborough game. Or was it the Bronx game? One of the two. And they actually were in the game. The LaGuardia game, they played very well. That's a game they might even have won here.
Only lost by 7.
So, but other games that they played in, they haven't shown anything, really.
And they were still in this game. I mean, it was a 9-point game in the second half. And you look up and you go, what happened? There's a nice jumper.
Well,
it's 84-58.
You know, at one point in the second half, this was a 10-point game, and they had an opportunity to knock back into it, and they couldn't do it.
All of a sudden you look up and it was 57-41, and
right.
You could kind of sense
and
this might happen.
We did mention that. We said when you're playing teams like this, if you just hang around and you can't, knock anything in, you're going to eventually see them run off about 12 points, and you're out of the game, and that's it.
Outlaw steps into another three. It's short, but they get the long rebound. Now they're going to be content to run some clock, shorten the game. 5:05 to go.
Well, they brought a lot of guys off the bench too, Dave. And they look like pretty talented players also.
Good ball movement. Smith, another three. No good. So he is human. Okay. And Ivanov called for the foul.
I've been impressed with him, too. And Ivanov, he's played a hard-charging, don't-give-an-inch game.
Remember Outlaw carried them early on when he hit the 3 threes?
They're a very determined team, I'll say that. And once we really had a chance to see Francois go to work, I think he's one of the top players in this conference. He does it effortlessly, as we said.
84-60. Number 23 had 24 points.
That's a good day's work. I don't think he even broke a sweat, I'll be honest with you.
And he didn't play that much time to score 24 points. So maybe 30 minutes, not even. There's a high arcing shot, no good.
But you made the point, too. I mean, there was really no one to guard him at a certain... Nobody really matched up with him either. Either he was too quick for one guy or was too big for the other guy.
Yeah. Smith still going all out. Coaching staff might get him out. You don't want to risk an injury when you're up by 26 with 4 minutes to go and trying to get into the playoffs.
He's bringing Francois back in, by the way. Give him a little more time. Maybe he wants to add on to his point total. Well, there's no doubt that Hostos is in the championship hunt for the CUNY. That once they get down to the Borough Manhattan College, they'll be in that tournament to win it. Whether they can or not is another matter, but there are 1, 2, 3, as you stated and pointed out, 4 teams that have a legitimate shot.
Ivanov from downtown, he has 15. It's 89-60.
And the thing you pointed out also is one of the teams that has no shot won it last year. They won't even be there.
And to show what a tough year it's been, BMCC isn't in the CUNY playoffs.
Right.
They're ahead of some of the other CUNY teams in the region. You have Hostos who could win the CUNY title and not even make the Region 15 playoffs. That's a possibility.
Isn't that something?
A tight year in the region. Unfortunately, Queensborough not in that mix. And it's gotten further and further away. Remember Carl's first year, they were still in the playoff hunt until the final game, and they lost here to BMCC. And last year, a little worse. And then this year, they've lost to everybody except Dutchess.
Yeah, this year has not been a good one at all. Just, I think they would be the first ones to tell you. I mean, what can Carl tell you? He's going to tell you, I've been very disappointed with what we've done this year.
No way around it, right?
No way around it. Just have to go back and work a little harder next year.
Ivanov, another three. He's really feeling it.
What does he have? He has close to the 20-point mark.
I think he's at 18.
Yep.
It's 92-62, and Smith commits the foul because they're going to sub him out.
Well, this is the kind of player you want, particularly here at Queensborough. Now, you get a kid like him, he has that killer instinct. You know, he went after it tonight. And be quite honest, Queensborough just doesn't have anyone in that class.
So Mitty makes the first. Right, Mitty was a guy whose name we were calling a lot early, and then not for a while.
I like Mitty. He's in his first year here, but he kind of disappears at times, and he can do some very good things at other times. And I guess that's how a majority of them are. Bruton makes you have your eyes open at times, and then not so much at other times. So there's an inconsistency that is not enough to stay in the game with these really good teams.
And I do think something you brought up, Will's leaving, I think may have taken away a little spark. Not that they were world beaters in the first semester either, but there was a little more passion there.
Yeah, James, Wills did whatever it took to stay in the game, and you can't downplay that, because they don't have anybody that can do that now.
Down to 2:15 to go.
I don't want to put him on the same level, and I don't want to sound ridiculous, but he was like their Derek Jeter, He would come out, lace up the sneakers, he'd pick up 4 fouls. He had down points to his game, but when he was in the game, you knew that he was going to run through a brick wall to win the game. That's what you felt with him.
It's another tough one for the Tigers.
And by the way, since Derek Jeter retired, among all of his great accomplishments, have you seen that with the Yankees? Have you seen guys that go to the wall to win games? I don't.
They did make the playoffs last year.
Yeah, but it's not the same feeling. He brought a value that it's intrinsic. Something about it. You don't even see it. It's not visible. That's kind of the way Wills was in a lower capacity, of course.
Thanks for adding that last part.
Yeah.
100 seconds to go. Be nice. Maybe we see James at the 4-year level.
Yeah, that would be nice.
Could see him at one of the CUNY schools, right?
I think there are a number of schools that could probably use a guy who's willing to work like him.
Nice play by Paul. Couldn't finish. So we're going to wrap up the regular season Tuesday here with the doubleheader.
Yes, we will, and we'll wish the Tigers the best. It has been a disappointment for us, too, because we don't like to come out and see these guys struggle the way they have sometimes.
And Francois make it 26.
Yeah, adding on to his point total, like I said, when these really good players get an idea of what they can do, you can't stop them anymore.
This was only an 11-point game at halftime. Can Trinidad get in the scoring column? No. And they're going to call traveling. Very similar score to the Bronx game here. That was 96-63. This is 94-64. And this was only 11 points at halftime.
They're very similar teams, Dave. There's not a big difference between Hostos and Bronx, and there hasn't been over the past several years. These are guys who show up, compete, and they're in the hunt for the CUNY title every year. Like the Lady Tigers. You could come in and take them lightly, but they'll beat you.
What else is there left to say, Joe?
That's the ball game, and Queensborough has one game to pull an upset and walk out of this season with their, maybe their moment of joy. and try to rectify it next year. It's been a real tough one, though.
So for Joe Massey, this is QCC alum David Russell. The final score, Hostos 94, Queensborough 64. Thanks for watching.